So just getting ready for all my underfloor heating going in. So there's my manifold, all on its temporary frame. Up there. I've just put in a couple of braces with what I had just to stop these twisting. There's all my clips and my pipes. That's my design, I don't know if you can see that. So that's what we're looking at achieving. This is where the kitchen goes, down there. But I've had to kick that out because I've got a physical cupboard to build up there. I was originally having gas. There was a combi boiler going in, but then change of plan. So there's actually quite a lot of equipment needs to go in that corner. So I'm going to build a cupboard, and it'll look like a kitchen unit, but the cupboard is going to go right up to the ceiling. Once I get above the height of the kitchen door, I'm going to make it a removable panel above, so that you can open the door, remove the panel, and then there's nothing in the way at all at that front for doing anything in that cupboard. I need to make it as easy access as possible, you know, and for servicing. We've got a plan where all the electrical stuff's got to go, and the cylinder and everything else which goes in, so fingers crossed. I've spent a lot of time on it, so it should work. So yeah, that's that. Wish me luck. Right, so all ready for screeding. All the pipe works in. Put more tape up them pipes just to protect them from the screed. You can see the green staples. The clips, there's an adhesive tape underneath there all stuck down, then the green staples pushing through the vapour barrier and into the insulation. Around the pipework. Holding on the manifold. Got it under pressure at the moment. It was at 3.5. It's just been filled up. So I'll just keep my eye on that. Let it settle and then take some readings later on. So that's that done. Next one will be putting all the liquid screed in. Nice to get that in, then can get on with the inside walls. So one of the things what's happened when we put the underfloor heating in, the vapour barriers move slightly. So instead of it being how I had it against the wall, it was tight. So I've split it, put some damp course underneath and then retaped it up. I've used gaffer tape because it's going to be sat under the sole plate for my walls, so it's not going to be in touch. You know, all it's doing is maintaining this barrier. I want the barrier to be sealed because what I don't want is if if it's not sealed, and then your screed gets underneath it and starts lifting it, etc. So I'll just show you this bit. This had gone tight like that, so that wouldn't go down properly. So there'd have been a void under the screed, and I was worried about my floor cracking, and I want it there like that. So I've split it, put a piece of damp course underneath, and now I'm just gonna put that where it wants to be and tape it all up so it's all sealed. And that's what I'm doing. So there, oh, just like that, that all is nicely in there, and that's all nicely in that side now. Right, so I'm back on with this retaining wall, and because I'm doing it on my own, I've nobody to hold anything for me, so I'll just show you what I'm doing. So I cast that footing down there originally, you can see down there, and I had to do it in a couple of mixes because I ran out of stuff. So one side is a few millimeters different than the other, so I've had to put them on some packers, you see, at the bottom, but it's right at that end. So because I've got hard concrete there, I can sit the slabs on and they're not sinking, you know, and I'm not bashing anything up and down to try and get it to level. So I've put a string line on, you can see down there. So I've been able to get my slabs in line, and they're all plumb and level, and that's only because I was able to get that slab, that footing in, and let it go off. And then I've propped them, look, I've propped each slab just with a batten and a slab, just hold it in position. And then what I'll do, I'll get the right height where I can cast my concrete to, because it will be higher than this stone, so all that will be flaunched off with concrete at the bottom, and it'll all be concreted in at the back to so high. I've left gaps in between the slabs just to help with a bit of water drainage. If it had been a solid wall, I could have wrapped a geotextile membrane down the back, put some gravel in it, put a land drain in that, and then filled it all up with gravel, and then wrapped the geotextile membrane round. And the geotextile membrane stops all soils and fines going into the land drain and the gravel and blocking it all up, but it still allows the water to go through, and the water will always find its easiest route, so it would naturally flow into the land drain, and I just stuck it out the wall somewhere. But this is gonna get nothing or very minimal, and the bits what I'll go in, I'll just sort of come out through the gaps in the slabs, so I've no worries on that score. So now, because I've got this in, I want to get it square over there, so I'm just going to sit my laser on here, line it up with these slabs, and it will put me a point on over there, so I know where to set my line to. So I've got my laser there set up over that corner, but because it's bright daylight, there's my line on that. You can see it there, lining up with them slabs. So what I'll do, I'll go over here. I want to be there. I don't know if you can see that vertical line. You can see it there, look. So I'll put a pencil mark on there, and that's where I'll string my line to, and then it's all square with this corner. Right, so that's them done there. Once I get them all concreted, I'll get all these timbers and blocks off. I can cut that pipe down and sort my rodding eye out. I can level all the ground at the back. I'm going to sort this light out, a position where it wants to be. I might actually just twist it and keep it where it is, in fairness. Put some rocks around there just to hold that bit of bank back. Bed and cut that end slab in when I've got some concrete. So I think give them a wash down, it'll look alright. I'm actually quite pleased with how this little corner's turned out. It'll be nice to get it tidied up. I've got all my timber sorted for me shed base, because I've got a shed coming around this side, and then I can work my way out and get tidied up. Right, so I'm just going to bed my slabs on. No, I'm not. I'm going to put some concrete haunching at the bottom of the slabs, and so that I don't get my concrete too high for my paving which goes round. Set my laser up there, so my paving comes to there, and then I've allowed, you know, a brick and a joint, so 75mm. The paving over here will be less than 75mm. I just don't want the concrete over here to be sticking into where I bed my pavers, you know, so I'll slope it down. So that green line you can see on there, that is the height that I want my concrete. I don't want to be any higher than that. You know, if I'm 10mm lower, all the better. So let's get it done. Right then, that's them backed up. I've left concrete short there, well, left it out because I might put that in down there just to hold that back, or maybe some of these boulders, I've got loads of them. I'll just see what ties in looks the best. So I've just got to sort out around the pond here. Or I might cut some to go there to where the bucket is. I'll say, I'm made up my mind yet. I don't like cutting them because they're bloody rock hard. That concrete steps up in the corner. What I'm gonna do, shed goes here, and then paving down here into the shed door, which is here. So I think I'm going to build a step in that corner so that you can, well, I'm not thinking, I'm going to do, so that you can at least get up and then on, because this air source heat pump will want servicing. So that pipe what were there, I've just been able to cut it off with my multi-tool, and then it's my rodding eye, so that I'll go in there like that. The only reason I've put that in from this point here, the only thing coming down there is water, but I can rod uphill from there to up there and drag anything back, you know, if anything blocks down here. But what it does, it gives me the option up there to put in a hose pipe and jet right down here if there's a bad blockage, or I've got a jet wash with a thing on the end where I can, you know, clear drains. So it just gives me another option for in the future, just to safeguard the system. I now need to get a chamfer on that pipe where I've cut it, because if you don't put a chamfer on, when you put your collars on, it can push the rubber out which is inside the collar, which helps form the seal. You can buy these, oh, I forgot what you call them. They go on your end of your drill, on the end of your drill, and it looks like half a cup. It goes on the end of your drill, you put it over the end of the pipe, turn your drill on, and it puts a chamfer on the end. That would have been ideal for there, but I haven't got one, and they're about 30-40 quid, and I'm not going to buy it for one pipe. So it's the old-fashioned way with a rasp. Yeah, that's gone there nicely. Before I put it in, I turned this round. It was, the writing was over here, so I've turned it round so the writing's the right way. Rain stopped play. It started pouring down. I went in, got a shower. Now it's about stopping, but I'll show you what I've done this morning. Tidied all that up, look. Rod and eye in. Got some slabs to go down there, and then I can tidy all that up, tidy all around that lamp, sorted all my cables out. Screw around, look. Hello. So in that corner there, I'm going to build some steps going up, so that you can easily service and maintain the heat pump which goes on there. That's something else done. Right, I'm going to round this video off now, and I'll carry on next time, but I hope you've picked up any little hints and tips or anything like that, and thank you very much for watching. See you next time.